So in this class we are going to see about the what is respiration and the types of respiration. Yes. So first thing you should know what is respiration. So respiration involves exchange of gases between the organism and the external environment. So what it does, the plants obtain oxygen from the environment and release carbon dioxide and water. This is normally done. It is called as external respiration and it is a physical process. There are biochemical process that occurs within the cell and it is to oxidized to carbon dioxide, that you can see here, oxidized to energy, and this is known as cellular respiration. So you are going to see about see, you can here see during day carbon dioxide is absorbed and oxygen is released, and during night oxygen is absorbed and carbon dioxide is released. Now we are going to see about the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So first we see aerobic respiration. So it is the aerobic respiration is the type of cellular respiration in which organic food is completely oxidized with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide, water, energy. This all we know where we go through in the photosynthesis process. And there are different stages of aerobic respiration, and this is a very important 5 mark question. So what are the stages of aerobic respiration we are going to see? So you're going to see three stages. The first is glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. So you can see the glycolysis. This is a glucose splitting. It is a breakdown of one molecule of glucose, it is 6 carbon, into two molecules of pyruvates, each of 3 carbon. And this takes place only in cytoplasm of the cell, and it is the first stage of both aerobic and anaerobic respiration that you can see here. So you can see here, this is your cycle. Glucose is split into glycolysis, that is 6 carbon of into two, it is 2 molecules of pyruvic acid is 3 carbon. It is when oxygen is present you call it as aerobic respiration, and when there is no oxygen it is called as anaerobic respiration. So you can see this cycle, this glucose process is common for both aerobic and anaerobic respiration and is the first step. Next is your Krebs cycle. This occurs in mitochondrial matrix. So this is your mitochondrial matrix. That means you have the mitochondrial structure. At the end of glycolysis, two molecules of pyruvic acid enter into the mitochondria. So in this lesson, two molecules enter into the pyruvic acid into mitochondria. This oxidation of mitochondria is pyruvic acid, carbon dioxide, and water takes place through this cycle. So you can see here, at the end of glycolysis, two molecules enter into mitochondria. Oxidation of pyruvic acid into carbon dioxide and water takes place through this cycle. It is also called as tricarboxylic acid cycle. And this two molecules, you can see this is acetyl. This is your middle term of acetyl. This is an organic compound which contains the alcohol, that is carbon compounds. It's also called as tricarboxylic acid cycle. This is called as TCA. And the next thing is your electron transport chain. This is accomplished through a system of carrier complex, that is many number of electrons are evolved over here. This is called as electron transport and is located on the inner mitochondrial membrane. Here it is full of mitochondrial matrix, and this happens in the inner mitochondrial membrane. Here NADH2 and FADH2 molecules are formed during glycolysis, and Krebs are oxidized to NAD plus and FAD plus to release the energy via the electrons. Electrons, as they move through the system, release energy which is trapped by ADP to synthesize the ATP. So whatever the electrons which release energy, they start with ADP to form synthesize the ATP. This is called oxidative phosphorylation. This is very important term. To synthesize ATP, we have the term called as oxidative phosphorylation. So in this process, oxygen, the ultimate acceptor of electrons, gets reduced to water. Now we can see the anaerobic respiration. This takes place without the oxygen. I told you before. This is converted into ethanol or lactate. That means ethanol in plants, lactate in some bacteria. So you can see here is your energy, that may be ethanol. C2H5OH is your ethanol compound, and lactate in some bacteria. And last thing is the respiratory quotient. So it is a very important 2 mark question. What is respiratory quotient? So respiratory quotient is the ratio of volume of carbon dioxide liberated and the volume of oxygen consumed. So what is liberated? To the consumption during respiration. It is expressed as volume of carbon liberated by volume of oxygen consumed. So this is very important 2 mark question in this very chapter. So I've concluded this chapter with all this, and I want to say a few things about here. So I told you like anaerobic respiration is absence of oxygen is converted to ethanol, and the other is some lactate. This is in plants and this is in animals, or lactic acid by means of fermentation process. And the other is, so you can see I told you this one. See, when it is alcohol fermentation, you have some pyruvate with ethanol, carbon dioxide, and lactic acid means pyruvate is given as lactic acid. This is in animal cells or some bacteria, and pyruvate is converted into ethanol plus carbon dioxide in yeast. So this takes place in the cytoplasm, and there is no further ATP. At last, one more thing I want to say. What is the difference between aerobic and anaerobic expression? This is a very important question. So it presence of oxygen and this is absence of oxygen. Here glucose is completely oxidized. It is broken down incomplete because there's no formation of ATP over there. Whereas here you have formation of ATP in electron transport chain. The end products are carbon dioxide and water. Here either ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide or lactic acid. This is ethyl alcohol or ethanol you can say, or lactic acid. This is in plant and this is in animals and some bacteria. More energy is produced because more number of energy is transformed here and very little energy is produced, and this occurs in most of the plants and animals. Here only in yeast or some bacteria or some parasitic worms. So I conclude this chapter with these questions and answers, and you see this part, this is after mitochondria, uh, respiration, types of respiration, and respiratory quotient are very important topics in the lesson plant physiology. If you have any doubts, please comment on my comments. Thank you.